All right, welcome to another episode from the Chart Reader. So this is a viewer request video looking at Ever, EVER, and BTB. So one of these was requested yesterday on YouTube, the other one today on StockTwits. Look, nothing is more humbling than you guys asking me to cover a stock, all right? One, it's really cool that you like my opinion, and two, honestly, if it's a cool stock, I'm gonna throw it in my watch list, you know what I mean? So really, it could work both ways, okay? What are we going to do today? Just in case you're new, we're going to do the same thing we always do, right? We'll take a look at the daily and the weekly to see how things are setting up. We have our 5 moving averages. This is the first time I'm looking at the stock, so I will draw some horizontal support and resistance lines. And then when we're done up here, we'll take a look at the MACD, RSI, and volume as our lower indicators. Hey, really quickly, if you can please like and subscribe, it does really well with the YouTube algorithms. But look, even if you don't, just thank you so much for watching these, all right? There were plenty of better things you could be doing, but you chose to be here, and I'm so grateful for that, all right? And then look, I'm not perfect, I'm not all-knowing, but if you have better opinions than me, just throw them in the comments, all right? Like, I'm not going to hate on your thoughts, and yeah, you might end up being right and swaying my opinion, all right? We are simply educated people sharing our thoughts, all right? Let's get into it, and there are some interesting things happening here, all right? Very quickly, the MACD and RSI actually both do look pretty nice. This is still a little negative, but whatever. But end of the day, 80% of the work happens up here, and I mean, there's so much going on within a few cent window, right? This is a horizontal cluster of moving averages. It's not completely horizontal. I'm glad it's at least kind of going up, but we have 3 of the 5 lines within a stone's throw away, right? So you can see it just kind of bouncing here. Again, the one thing I like, I'm glad that the 100 is going up, because generally you kind of oscillate over the bigger one. So hey, I'd much rather oscillate going upward than on a line that's going downward, right? Like, I'm glad we're not like oscillating here. I do see the 8 actually trying to go up as well. I obviously like that, right? Because I hate it when it looks like the 8 wants to keep going down. I want to see that plateau end up, right? So end of the day though, nothing here is really going to matter until we get over 1350 or 1347.48, right? But man, there's plenty of room for a nice trade to a little less than 15, and honestly, it might even just wick it actually past 15 to 1530, right? So I don't think this is going to be an easy resistance by any means, but man, it's just a nice little red to just right there. I think maybe you'll like wick a little past it, right? So there is this right here at around the 14 line, right? But I think this is just not too significant, because just the bottom of this guy I think is close enough to the 100. And let's be honest, if you're gonna break the 100, I can really see it being a violent one. I guess maybe it would go here than here, maybe, but yeah, I would put the target here. End of the day though, I'm gonna set my alert at 13. Let's do 1351. Give me a penny over the 51 mark, but a penny over the 50 mark. Sorry about that. But yeah, if we get over the blue line, a lot of reason to believe we'll come here. If we lose the green line, if this thing goes lower than 1304, oh man, there's a lot of reason to believe you're going to come down to the 1275 range easy, right? This is going to be a pretty good support, I would say. I don't think, hopefully, you don't have to worry about coming down there, but I can see this thing stopping it maybe. So interesting chart though. Again, not bad here. Volume's clearly the issue though. We have been nowhere near the 50 moving average, maybe one day out of the month, give or take, right? So definitely need volume to more than double, actually. We need to get a little closer to 400,000. You see that, right? 430 versus our 150. So the volume work is really what's probably going to determine if we can break this or not, if I had to guess. Otherwise, again, hey, at least you're oscillating upward. All right, I'll say that one more time, because just kind of staying on this like slow and steady trajectory, I think you'll maybe naturally come to 14, but one quick hard drop will totally stop all that, right? That's not a good weekly, all right? Clearly there was a real nice run. This 100's been no joke, and look, the 100 is going down here, right? And yeah, I could see us maybe oscillating, like I said, right? And I think, again, there's reason to believe maybe we'll come to like 14-ish, but there's actually a lot more reason to believe we might even come to 11-ish, right? So I just kind of threw out that 12 something, that 1270, 1260 as a worst case. The weekly saying, hey, if it gets real bad, if you lose 1230, you can definitely go this low. But honestly, I'm gonna take that a little bit back. I still think 1275 is probably the lowest, and then from there I would only put it at 1229. I'll draw this, I think. Let me see what that looks like on the daily. Yeah, that's there. I'm good with that. From there, yeah, you can see it. If you lose that, you're coming to this plateau right there. So I'm cool with that. Actually, I'm not even going to draw that. If you really want to know the truth, I'm not going to draw that. The one thing I'll say that was cool, though, is that got me to zoom out. Look, there is a natural channel happening, all right? And we're kind of more than 50% above it, right? Because it's actually almost like it's between the 11 and the 15, with the 13 being right in the middle, right? So I'm glad we're at least sitting halfway. Hopefully we can break halfway and make our way up. I really don't think we're going to break this 50. I think that's going to be pretty hard. The one thing I don't know is if we're going to hit this and then come back and drop, or hey, are we going to hit this, and then take off, right? I can maybe see that, but there's definitely some interesting things happening here, all right? It's definitely some interesting things. And you know what I didn't do? I didn't zoom out and just kind of look at this thing. So, interesting. One big up, one big down. Interesting. All right. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna hold a lot of what I said. I think. Oh man, what does this look like? Real quick, give me a sec. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Okay. Yeah, I think there's reason to believe that this thing might want to go up. It's all on that 100 though. One more time. Yeah, I don't have too much more to say. This is an interesting chart. I will be very honest. This is an interesting chart. I'm very glad this got thrown my way. Let's check out BTB. Oh wait, was it BT or B? No, I think it was just this. Yeah, I think it was just Bit Brothers. Damn, I gotta pause this and double check it. 1 second. I'm so sorry. Let's just do this live. Why not? We'll do this together. I don't think I have anything. Which one did you want me to ask? This was the conversation. My man, BTB. Okay, cool. Here we go. All right, BTB. Let's take... Ooh, this is an interesting chart. All right, let me zoom out real quick. Man, there has been a lot of trading under the 8 and the 20. There's definitely been some sustained ups, but there's for sure some hard downtrends. Just yeah, that's that. Okay, for sure. All right, that said, man, this little recent moment's been pretty interesting. There was obviously a good run. No idea what happened there, but clearly would love to fill that once it's ready, right? What have we been doing since that? Man, we've just been trading under the 8 and 20, under the 8 and the 20. We have a nice little moment, and man, the 20 is doing its best. It really is. I'm surprised that we're under the 8 and the 20 is holding this well. I don't know if this thing has anything to do with like Bitcoin, because I see the word Bit Brothers. It says restaurants, which really kind of makes no sense to me. So I'm going to kind of assume this is not a Bitcoin play. But yeah, I look, end of the day, under the 8 moving average is not good for me. Under the 8 and the 20 is bad. Being over the 20 but under the 8 is kind of a weird place to be in. You know what I mean? I think it's really important to see if this is going to bounce it to here. And then look, ultimately what's starting to happen now is your 50 moving average is working its way down. So I can really see us kind of staying horizontal until the 50 does a reaction. When was the last time we were over? Oh man, yeah, we've definitely been over the 50. How about after that little moment? Yeah, we've had a nice little... We break it, don't bounce. We stay on it. We break it again, we don't bounce. I could see us breaking the 50. This one's an interesting one too, actually. I'll draw some lines here. So I will draw that guy, top of this bad boy. I will draw, and again, that's what I'm saying. I think the 50 is going to end up coming here. I think 160 is going to be a really interesting trigger point as the 50 moving average moves a little under it. Man, this is an interesting chart. I don't have too many like thoughts here. It's weird. Fuck. What does the weekly look like? Let me take a. Yeah, this is a funky chart, man. All right. This one's stumping me. I'm not even going to pretend it's stumping me. I think the problem is that I don't know if I want to think that the 20 is going to bounce it up, or if I should just kind of be looking at the fact that the 8 is kind of curving its way down and wants to go down. I think this little like situation just seems odd to me. End of the day, I think I'm gonna go. I think it's gonna be working its way down, or at least just staying pretty horizontal until the 50 gets closer. I think that's my thoughts. But yeah, this chart, I'm not gonna lie, this one has me just a little stumped. It's also going pretty horizontal as it is, but um, yeah, and the volume is just so low. Man, I'm not gonna lie. I don't have great thoughts here, and I don't wanna like waste more time. I think I really don't think I provided too much here. My bad.